Hey everyone, I'm so excited today because the final X-Men hero has been released and announced, not released, but announced on Fantasy Flight Games, and it's Magneto. So I thought I'd just go over this article, read it with you, give my first impressions, and yeah, let's jump into it. So it says, Master of Magnetism, announcing the Magneto Hero Pack from Marvel Champions the card game. And here he is. He has his white suit on. The art looks pretty cool. Um, all that I've endured and everything I've done, it was all to preserve mutant kind. Formerly the X-Men's greatest foe, Eric Lenscher, better known as Magneto, renounced his villainous ways and took up his friend Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence between mutants and humans. Now he fights alongside the X-Men as a hero in his own right, and with his incredible power over magnetism at his command, the agents of Apocalypse won't stand a chance. That's pretty exciting. So this feels like the X-Men 97 version of Magneto, like taking over the X-Men and stuff. I'm excited about that. Fantasy Flight guy, okay, revealing him. This mighty mutant bends the battlefield to his will with this expansion pack, which introduces Magneto as a new playable hero alongside his 15 signature cards. With a pre-built leadership deck, that's exciting, like leader of the X-Men. Ready to play from the start, you'll be able to command your allies and the forces of magnetism in equal measure from the moment you open the box. This ability to pull magnetic cards from the deck at will, Magneto is a mighty hero and a fitting addition to the X-Men's roster. This hero pack also includes a bonus modular encounter set featuring the notorious Hellfire Club. Okay, so instead of aspect cards, we're getting a modular, which at this point, with as many heroes as there are, I really like the modulars coming out. It adds a lot of variety to the game. And let's take a look at his cards. We can't see them all here. Though they're going to go over them down here. So, Magneto 1A. It's a powerful mutant back when he was the X-Men's foe, and he is still equally powerful as their friend. Okay, so Eric Lenscher, Survivor, response. After you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck. 3 recovery, 10 health, 6 hand size. And then Magneto, on the opposite side, a magnetic pull action. Discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card is discarded. Add that card to your hand. Okay, that's fairly similar to like Iceman, but like opposite, right? So it's like also really similar to the magnet counters from the villain, which is cool. So it's kind of a parallel there. Central to his playstyle is his magnetic pull ability, which allows you to discard cards from the top of your deck until you find a magnetic card and add it to your hand once per round. Every single one of Magneto's signature cards has the magnetic trait. That's cool. Every single one of them has it, which means you can use his ability to hunt for some of his best tools in his kit each round. And what impressive tools they are. Magneto's helmet gives him steady and can grant him a discount for future magnetic cards, while his armor can take advantage of the extra cards he discarded with magnetic pull to grant him a boost to his stats for the round. By discarding so many of the cards from the top of his deck, you may be worried Magneto will end up with extra encounter cards, but thankfully Asteroid M can help you get cards back. Combine that with his innate ability to shuffle 3 cards back into his deck, and you'd be surprised how much mileage you can get out of a single deck. As for his events, he has a number of handy superpowers with potent kicker effects, making him great for pulling off powerful combos. Electromagnetic Blast can remove some threat off a scheme, but if you manage to clear the scheme entirely, then you can also get rid of a pesky enemy attachment. Meanwhile, Metal Shards deals a solid 7 damage to an enemy. If you manage to defeat that enemy with this attack, you can net yourself a tough status card. That's really fun. With so many powerful abilities at his fingertips, it's clear that Magneto will need to utilize his skills with depth focus to take control of the battlefield. Okay. Magneto has a lot of power at his disposal, but his mutant abilities aren't the only things at his command. Coming out of the box with the pre-built leadership deck, Magneto also brings the might of the X-Men to the battlefield. Call on iconic members of the team like Phoenix and Cyclops to trigger their powerful abilities when they enter play. Then once they inevitably leave play, utilize the upgrade Won't Stay Down and return them to your hand. If Cyclops and Phoenix aren't enough, call on new recruits like Anol for some extra assistance. Your X-Men allies are here to support you, but if the situation turns dire, one of them could form a noble sacrifice to prop you back up and keep your hero in the fray. And then here's the modular coming with that. Okay, so let's jump into actually reading through all of his cards here. Okay, so we checked out this. He discards until he gets a magnetic card. And then his helmet. 3 cost upgrade, Magneto's helmet. armor trait, magnetic trait. Magneto gains steady. Resource, exhaust Magneto's helmet, generate a wild resource for magnetic card. Okay, so unlike like the standard 2 cost upgrade that is a wild resource generator, like Nebulous Ship or something, this is 3 cost, but you also get steady. Magneto's armor. After you resolve your magnetic pull ability, which I believe is this one on his hero cards, where you discard until you get a magnetic one. If you discarded at least one of the following resource items, mental, Magneto gets 1 thwart, physical 1 attack, energy 1 defense. That reminds me of magic a lot. So if you discarded at least one of the following icons. Okay, so if it says at least one of the following icons, then I think that the way that works is if you get multiple icons, let's say you would discard each of these, that you would get +1/+1/+1, making Magneto a 3/3/3. That's really interesting. So you could maybe even want to build like bigger than 40 card decks to like utilize that. That's a really interesting ability. Asteroid M, alter ego action, exhaust Asteroid M, shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck, and heal 1 damage from your identity. Okay, so you get another magnetic card, and then also you can heal. And if you go to alter ego, similar to like Aunt May, you'll be able to do this twice, because you'll be able to like flip down, use it, and then use it again before you flip back up. So that goes with like what they were talking about, how you can actually shuffle a lot of cards back in. And then his alter ego ability, again, response after you change this form, you shuffle the top 3 into your deck. Okay, electromagnetic blast. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. That's cool because like Sunfire is one of the best allies just because he can do that. And then Magneto's event, being able to do that just for finishing the scheme is really cool. So there could be like a lot of justice builds that are fun around this, like a turn the tide justice build where you're discarding attachments and dealing damage for thwarting, and then flipping down to alter ego. So justice seems like it could be a good aspect for him here. Metal shards. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, gain a tough status card. Yeah, so again, like the 3 for 7 is a little understat on damage, but the tough status card is really nice. Like trading 1 damage for a tough status card, that's basically always going to be worth it in my opinion. Tough is really nice too because it doesn't get stopped by steady or stalwart. Just piercing, which is not all that common. Depth focus with new art. That's fun. Reduce the cost of the next superpower card you play by 1, which you notice these are all superpowers, it looks like. Except his location and his armors. Yeah, all of his events are superpowers so far. Okay, and now Phoenix Jean Grey. I'm really excited for the aspect cards because this opens up a lot of deck building. So 3 cost, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 3 health. Response after Phoenix enters play, choose an X-Men ally, ready that ally, and heal 1 damage from it. Whoa. So you just get to choose an X-Men ally and then ready it. So if you get a and heal, so like I'm thinking about like in multiplayer, if you get like Wolverine out or something, you'll be able to heal him and have him ready up and then attack for 3 again. That could be really cool. And then if you're playing leadership, just like any of your allies, readying and healing is really good. So she comes in, she can thwart to ready and heal. So she's essentially, after she enters play, adding whatever allies you already have out, their stats to her. Like, you get that for the cost of playing her. That's really cool. And then Cyclops, 3/2/2/2. After Cyclops enters play, choose an enemy until the end of the phase. Increase the amount of damage that enemy takes from each attack by 1. So again, that's really similar to the Cyclops hero. So if you do like a leadership swarm deck, you can get Cyclops out, and then all of your attacks are going to do +1. That's also really strong. And yeah, these interplay responses, like as I was mentioning in the article, if you recycle these back to your hand, with Won't Stay Down, support, play if you have X-Force or X-Men, discard this card, return an X-Force or X-Men ally from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, that's interesting. So it's not a response when they leave. You can just grab any X-Men from your discard pile. but it is an alter ego action. So you'd have to find a way to safely flip down to do that. So it's like trade-offs. And then new recruit side scheme. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. When defeated, each player chooses one set aside new ally and adds it to their hand. New ally. So this must come with these allies. New. Yeah, here they are, the new allies. And it's basic 2/2/2/2 linked new recruits. If you have the mutant or X-Men trait, and all gets +1 thwart and does not count against your ally limit. That's really cool. 2 cost, 3 thwart. And then, yeah. And you add that to your hand when you defeat this. So they're going to be like really cheap, powerful allies, it looks like. Oh, do we only get to see one? Okay. Noble Sacrifice. Discard an ally you control. Heal damage from your hero equal to that ally's printed hit points and give your hero a tough status card. And 1 cost. Whoa. Oh, okay, never mind. I was imagining Snow Guard with that, but Snow Guard doesn't actually have those printed hit points. But there's still high health allies. So like I'm thinking about like for like my Star-Lord decks, if I include Groot, for instance, who's a really high health ally, you can heal like 6. Heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit points and a tough. It's like you can heal like 6 damage there and then also get a tough status card. There's a couple like Hulk. Well, no, you can't do it with you'd have to be basic or leadership because it's not an ally that you can't just choose an ally. It has to be what you control. That's a really cool card because the tough status card for 1 cost is already pretty good. Then you also get to heal. That's really strong. Okay, and then on to the modular. Sebastian Shaw. 1/2/5. Toughness and villainous, and after he's attacked, give him a face-down boost card. He cannot be attacked again this phase. 3 boost icons as well. Selene. Quick strike villainous. Allies cannot attack Selene. The Inner Circle. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each Hellfire card in play. And then where are these Hellfire cards? Okay, so both of them have Hellfire. And that's it. So we don't get to see everything. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. Magneto looks really cool. He looks like he's going to want to be doing a flipping strategy. So I'd try to find a way to like confuse the villain or like control the threat on the main scheme. Which maybe the allies can do this. And then the new X-Men allies, I'm very excited for these new leadership cards because it's going to open up new deck building opportunities. But yeah, I'm probably going to make more content about this, going more in depth of like deck builds for this. But I think I'll end it here for this one. If you like the video, like and subscribe. I'm going to try to cover all the new heroes as they come out, like I did in this video. And yeah, let me know what you think about Magneto in the comments. And were you expecting Magneto? Because I wasn't really expecting Magneto. That's really cool that they did that. And anyways, stay zesty. See you next time. Peace.